Las Vegas Realtors. The last 5 years, we've lost the search function to the 3 major portals. We've had iBuyers come in, trash us on commercials with no rebuttal, no defense. And then we have these third-party sites that are getting our data that we can't access and charging us 30-40% referrals, which we have to pass on to the consumers. This has to stop. Recently, if you watch that video, myself and Mike England discovered one of these loopholes that one of these major portals was getting the data that we weren't getting. The coming soon feature. That was been going on for months. Well, this portal had a huge advantage because they were not adhering to the rules. We brought this up, nothing happened. But finally, Brandon Roberts did the research, took hours to learn it, to find out what was going on, then did a video, then presented it to OVR to finally get it changed, to put us back on somewhat even playing fields for that little piece of data. This is what's going on. This is why Brandon Roberts needs to be put on that board. If Brandon Roberts was on that board at that time, that wouldn't have happened. Months. How many deals did realtors lose to that portal? How much in commissions were lost because of this loophole that nobody did anything about, even though they knew at the time? Many of them didn't know until we brought it up, and they still didn't do anything until finally Brandon put that report together, and they were forced to fix the problem. But that's not all. There is more data coming that we have discovered that shouldn't be going on. One of these portals is using this data that other people can't. This is the kind of things that we need in there. Brandon has already proven that he'll protect our data. What was going on the last 5 years? You know, furthermore, when all this was going on, I don't know if you saw those Zoom meetings, but it was like high school. People bickering back and forth during the middle of a pandemic. Our data is being given out, taken from us, not used properly, and people are fighting about high school stuff? We need people like Brandon that there's not going to be any clicks. He's got no baggage. He doesn't favor anybody. He goes in there and helps the members, and he's looking in the best interests of all. How do we know that? Because he's already done it, and he's not even on the board yet. And he's got 400 agents to answer to. So if he does something stupid, they're going to tell him. He's got immediate repercussions if he isn't doing anything to help full-time agents. Because anybody that relies on real estate for their livelihood, you better definitely want to vote for Brandon to protect it, because we are in deep trouble right now with this data. The next 3 to 5 months is going to be crucial. The COVID-19 has sped it up. You don't have to take my word for it. Your database is now under attack also, because your database is going to these portals that have the information that you can't even have. At least give us the same data. Brandon has been doing the research on this. I've already talked to him about another big portal that's using data that we don't have access to, that we should, and they're not using it the same way. Long story, look at my other videos before. Also look at Brandon's video that changed to put us back on even par. Look, I don't know Brandon. I've met him maybe 10 times in 10 years, so this isn't some buddy informational video that says vote for my buddy. I don't even know him. This is unsolicited. What I do know is, if stuff doesn't change and the status quo continues, then we're going to be on the same path. Look how less powerful, look how less clout a realtor has today than just 5 years ago, 2 years ago. And there is nothing in the foreseeable future stopping that same trend. It's the status quo. You can't keep on voting for the status quo and have change. It's time for the status quo to go. Vote for Brandon Roberts, get change in there, so we can get at least back on an even playing field. This disadvantage is only going to intensify. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. And if you're a full-time realtor, there's no question. We need to change the status quo. It has to go. Talk to you soon.